Hello and welcome to Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds. I am Nerdarchist Ted, and tonight we're gonna play some Zoo Mafia. Uh, the jump down to the description below where you can find a link to where all of these wonderful people can be found on the internet when they're not here, as well as a link to where you can sign up for the Kickstarter preview page and be able to know when we go live on Kickstarter, so you can be able to get access to these rules. Previously, the mob has been, trying to get into the mob, the mafia of Bunny Malone, but they've encountered a number of problems on the way, and one of these problems was precipitated when Boomer wound up being a little bit too overzealous with his shrimp cocktail and managed to spill some stuff on or splatter some sauce on Al Capone's wonderfully white suit jacket. Last session, Al Capone basically called them in and said, "Hey, I need you guys all to do a job. You're gonna have to do a bank heist." So you guys went back to Arthur's place to plot, to plan. And that is where we kind of left off. But something doesn't seem right. We start, your eyes are closed. You remember the bustling streets of Furton City, the dim lights of the dim lights within the speakeasies that you've inhabited, and the hushed whispers of a new gig lined up. Plans were in motion, schemes brewing, but something shifted. A strange sound cut through the murmur of the apartment, a voice, faint and echoing, calling your name like a breeze slipping through cracked windows. Darkness. Your eyes fluttered open, but nothing feels right. The air is too crisp, too clean. You're lying on a rough, well-worn ground, or maybe some smooth concrete. Blinking against the pale light, you glance up and feel your gut twist at the sight. The moon looms overhead, enormous, crimson, casting a ghostly red glow across the world. It almost looks close enough to touch, as if some cosmic prankster plucked it from the sky and set it right above your head. As you adjust to the bizarre scene, you become aware of your surroundings. The familiar smell of hay, dirt, or musty fur. The unmistakable clink of metal and the low hum of something artificial. It hits you like a freight train. You are no longer in Furton City. You're in Primrose City Zoo. The realization sends a chill up your spine. Somehow, you remember this place. You remember bored faces of humans gawking through the glass, through the bars. But something's off. You don't hear the usual nighttime noises, no distant animal calls, no chatter of the nocturnal creatures. Everything is silent, thick, and suffocating. As you shake off the disorientation, your mind races. How did you get here? You go to stand, but your balance is off. Your limbs feel too short or too long. Your movement's awkward and animalistic. As you glance down at your own body, you're no longer dressed, and your own body confirms the worst. You're just an animal, fur, feathers, scales. Whatever you used to be before, you seem changed. Memories flood your mind, two sets of them overlapping and tangling together. You truly remember your time in Furton City, running job and making deals, planning your next move with Bunny Malone. But at the same time, you also remember this place, your enclosure, the routine of feedings and gawkings, and the nighttime activities, unbeknownst to humans. Panic begins to flare, but you force yourself to focus. There's no sign of the others. You're in an enclosure built just for your kind. Your instincts itch to pace, to call out, to find your crew and make sense of this nightmare. Whatever's happening, you know there's one thing for sure. Someone's behind this, someone powerful enough to rewrite your life and throw you back into this cage, And whoever it is, they're going to regret it.
Great.
So, what do you do?
Yeah.
So I look around, realizing I'm naked, but fortunately for me, I'm a flamingo, so mine's really easy to get out of. I just kind of hop over the fence with almost like a chicken fly, and then jump back down on the other side. I'm looking for my car keys. I need to go find.
You're looking for car keys, huh?
Yeah, I'm looking for car keys. Oh, I need to go find a sweet ride. I need to go talk to. Hey, Carlos, who is it you usually go talk to?
Joey.
Joey. I need to go talk to Joey. My mate has definitely got a ride I can borrow for sure. And I head off towards. What is Joey again?
Koala.
Another koala. I guess I'm going to go look for the outback or koala enclosures.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, I have a hankering for some eucalyptus.
All right. So as you begin to head towards the koalas,
this is going to be crazy.
So whoever you roll is who you are supposed to role play your character as.
So, funny story. I rolled me.
You rolled your character or you?
I rolled 2. So I'm like, oh, okay,
then you're fine.
Like, I look. Do I? So I guess my question is: do you have a hunkering for eucalyptus because you are a
Oh no, I'm a flamingo, but I'm waddling down the pathway. I'm waddling like a koala bear, and I'm about to go poison myself.
So as I'm like waking up and I see this flamenco waddling over to mine, I'm like, yo, buddy.
Yeah, what is it? What, buddy?
Yeah, man, you got some of that thing. I can't get out of here right now, man. Think you can help a brother out, man?
Oh yeah, I do know how to do that. I'm gonna take a look at the latch to his enclosure. Yeah, but where's Joey at? I need to borrow a ride.
Joey.
Yeah, my buddy Joey.
Your buddy Joey?
Uh-huh.
What?
I'm kind of talking as I finagle the latch. But apparently, as a koala, I'm not very good at this. And let's see, that's a 5.
That's a 5. All right, so that's an XP. So you as you try to finagle.
Oh, wait a minute. That's a 5 with doubles.
Oh, a 5 with doubles, huh? So that is not only a failure, but is a -1 forward. So you are struggling, and it's leaving an impact on you. You should know how to do this, but the layering of memories, and in this case, a little bit of a extra personality that's lingering from this deep red moon. It's causing you to throb, and you just begin to feel this headache welling within you, and you struggle to get through it. So
Yo, buddy, don't hurt yourself, man. All right.
So
man, maybe I'm just hungry. Can you pass me some of those eucalyptus leaves?
I'm looking right. You're still a flamingo. I want to make sure I'm not killing you.
Oh yeah, I am still a flamingo.
Like, I look at them like, that stuff will kill you, right?
Nah, it's fine. We eat this shit all the time, buddy.
Why don't you look inside the fountain over there?
So I go over and look into the water. 10.
All right, 1 second. All right, so you look into the water. Are you looking for a fish, or are you looking for another way into the enclosure?
No, I'm looking at my reflection.
Oh, you look like a flamingo. You look like Rosa.
I scream. Oh my god, I'm so much better looking now. Oh, I got a plan. Ted, I want to go look for any kind of vehicle, whether it's a golf cart, pedal bike, whatever, and some rope. I got a plan.
All right, so go ahead and put your peepers to work.
All right. Oh, these dice do not like me tonight. That's a 2 plus 2 is a 4 after my -1. No, that's a failure. So I'm rocking another
That's
XP.
another XP. So your headache, begins to throb, and as you're looking around, your eyes are drawn up, and you wind up getting transfixed by this moon, and it's pulling your attention away. So you decide you're going to go look, and you get 2 or 3 steps, and you feel as this headache is kind of throbbing at your temples, and you feel as if the moon is like pulsing in time with the pressure on your brain.
Oh yeah, so with the pressure on my brain, I need a drink. Where's my Molotov cocktail? So I reached for one of my Molotov cocktails because I'm just gonna drink it instead of use it to set something on fire.
So did you leave your enclosure with your stuff, or did you just kind of hop the fence and move on?
I guess I would have left with, I would have went to get dressed or whatever.
Okay. Yeah. So while you woke up as an animal, all of your typical clothing and things would be in a normal Zoo Mafia game that's hidden away from humans. You would still have access to all of those things. You are not, you are not completely, removed from the typical Zoo Mafia elements here.
Yeah. So I guess I go to pull out where I think I would keep my stuff for Molotov cocktails, and I end up with a stick of dynamite. And I'm like, well, I can't drink this. Hey, buddy, I think I have an idea on how to get you out. It's going to be noisy.
Give me 1 second as I go, and I go back a little bit where I would keep my stuff as well, because I feel like I might be out of here. I'm like, all right, well then, let's start gearing.
So we're gonna pause on your enclosure for a moment. Who wants the scene next? Tumbleweed, Sugar, Jonas?
I can go.
All right. So Sugar, you wake up, in an enclosure of sugar gliders. Most of them are kind of keeping their distance. As you come to, what do you do?
Well, I'm like, as I'm waking up, my back hurts really bad. Like, it just feels like I've aged a ton.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hobble around the floor and collect my stuff and put my clothes on.
All right. As you do, go ahead and put your peepers to work.
Okay. I don't see shit. That is a 5.
Okay. Well, that is an XP. Though you don't know, because you're preoccupied with your injured back and looking for your stuff. But for those of you at home, there is a sugar glider in this enclosure that is kind of giving you the eye. But you don't notice, so no big deal.
Okay. I'm gonna continue looking for my stuff and blaming those damn kids for taking my stuff. And use a stick as a cane.
So sure enough, getting access to a stick is no big deal. Having spent time as you look back through your memories, you have ideas of how you would normally get in and out of your enclosure. Do you struggle with those memories as they are layered in and amidst your memories of Furton City? Or, do you have no problem getting out of your enclosure?
I really want out of here, so I'll focus on that.
All right, so you take a moment's notice, wondering as to why on earth you would be in here with a bunch of sugar gliders, and you flip the latch and make your way out. Not fully paying attention. Someone rushes by you, and there's just a flash of yellow, but you don't pay it, much mind. Where do you go?
I'm gonna start walking to like the snack places and see if I can find a snack. Because
Sure.
all this work is making me hungry, and I could really use like a cup of tea and maybe a nice cookie.
Okay. Jonas, what are you doing?
Yep. Okay. Give me a second to think about this because I rolled an interesting one and I need to. All right, so I'm waking up.
Then we will slide over to Arthur.
Okay, thank you.
Can we say that both Jonas and Arthur probably occupy the same enclosure since they're both desert animals? So that way Jonas can stop in.
That makes this particularly interesting.
Sure. I can allow that.
Tumbleweed wakes up, right, and he uncurls, and now he has a full-on beard, not just his mustache. And he's like, oh.
But it's probably
this
an
is
actual
different.
tumbleweed that got stuck to his face.
This is different. Wait, where's all my stuff? Years of collecting gone!
And you hear like a little rustle from one of the enclosures somewhere like on the shelf higher than yours, and then you see like the little fennec fox face in the window just sort of squinting at you, and it's just like, Ted? What are you yelling about?
What did Dave did something to my drink. I don't know what, but he did something to my drink.
Oh, come on, Dave wouldn't do that. Now let's just think about this rationally and, have a conversation. I'm sure we can figure this out.
This is wild. Wow. I think I'm okay with this. Life stress is just gone. I'm the pet. I get to be pampered. This is great!
Huh.
Sorry.
Yeah, I guess you're gonna be the one that somebody's dropping a bunch of money to fix at the vet's office this time, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are there any
And I'm just gonna
D20s
start
around
like
here?
petting my own fur.
Wait, who are you?
I'm adorable. Bobby.
Oh. Well, my friend, I think, did Dave do something to your drink too?
I don't think Dave did something to our drinks. But if he did, we'll ask him and find out because I'm sure he's around here too somewhere. That's logical, right?
Sure.
And I tap the glass from the inside.
I could try, And so immediately you see Arthur/Ted starts doing calculations and starts like dragging planks and different pieces of the scenery to try to like build something to get out.
So,
And I'm gonna start like pointing out things that you could use to do that more easily.
So do you think Carlos and Dave and Jezi are here then?
Possible.
We need to find them. We need to figure out what's going on here. And dang it, how am I supposed to make a decision without a D20? It's like they don't exist in this world.
I'll pick a number and you pick a number, and then the closer you are to my number is the higher you roll.
Sure.
I've got my number.
3.
Okay. So 13.
That wasn't good. I think I should focus on building something to get us out of here.
Okay.
So you would have memories of time spent in Primrose City Zoo.
Okay.
And albeit there is a mixed layers within your brain, but part of you has gotten out of here before. It is whether or not you are able to push through the memories and the personalities to find out what is legitimately the way it's supposed to be.
Okay. So as I'm building, I look over at Jonas and say, all right, so if you're Bobby and I'm Ted, we're looking for Jezi, Dave, and Carlos in some variation of a flamingo, a koala, and a sugar glider if things are going the way I think they're going. Or this is one really wild fever dream.
Wait, why are you here and not Robin?
Oh, right. Good point. Where's Robin then?
We're looking for an extra animal.
No, Robin's probably behind this. Robin probably did something with their cards and something else and made all this go wrong.
And I just like lean back like I'm in a seat even though I'm not, and you can like see the 1,000-yard stare for a minute as I'm like processing this and thinking through the implications.
What if
As this
Robin is the
conversation
GM?
happens,
What if Robin's in control of everything right now?
as this conversation happens, there is a pulse that comes out from the red moon. You blink and you get a glimpse of somewhere else. The sign says Central City Zoo. In the dim light of an empty service yard, a hulking hippo is being wheeled up a metal ramp in the back of an unmarked white van, its massive frame barely fitting inside the reinforced crate. 3 men dressed in identical black coveralls and featureless masks work in silence, their movements precise and practiced. One of them secures the crate with heavy chains, while others nervously glance at the zoo's entrance, as if expecting to be caught at any moment. The van engines rumble to life, and just before the door slams shut, the hippo lets out a deep, rumbling groan that vibrates through the air. All of you roll a d6.
I'm picking
Oh my
up what
gosh!
you're putting down.
So can we pan back to me and Carlos?
Absolutely.
All right.
Oh, no.
So the moon pulses, and all of a sudden, I'm standing in front of the water, looking at my reflection. I got a stick of dynamite in my hand, thinking that I'm going to blow off the door to the cage that that Boomer is in. And all of a sudden, oh, my back! And I double over. My face goes into the water, comes back with like floating, like a flotsam, attached to my chin like a beard. And I'm like, oh! And I start fumbling around for a stick to use as a cane. And then I howl over to the enclosure. Oh, how did I get Rosa's dynamite? That doesn't seem like a very prudent thing to do here in the zoo. It's not very economical, but we do need to get you out of that
Oh my god,
that
that's an
cage,
explosive. Oh my god, that's an explosive. Like, okay, I think we got this. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna go back and you throw that and let's hope no one gets hurt, okay? Yeah.
Maybe I can use my cane and pry the latch open, and I'll try and open it again.
Yeah, go for it.
Is that a B or a 3 or a 5? My dice, oh, that's a 5. My dice got a little smudged. All right, so I am looking at an 11, a 14 to crack open the door.
So, apparently, your last attempt, you had it nearly there, but the moon was causing such a headache that you just kind of gave up. So as you lift the stick to try, you just knock the latch open and it swings wide.
I'll just put this away until I find that crazy bird. Come on, Boomer, let's go.
There was no boom? Okay. No. I had confidence in you all the time. As I walk out with Rosa.
All right, where do you guys head?
Oh, let's go. You know what? We need to go find Jonas and Sugar. We want to go to the small animal house first, or should we go over to the desert creatures? I don't see my apartment building around here anywhere.
Well, I mean, I feel like if I know myself, if I'm looking for a bunch of people who definitely should be where they are to be, we definitely want to go where they're going to be, okay? So, yes, the desert area sounds wonderful.
And we go head in that direction.
Absolutely.
All right.
Albeit very slowly. Boomer, I wish we had one of your cars. My back.
All right. Sliding back over to Sugar. As you begin heading your way to get a snack, you see two figures, coming in your direction.
I'm going to quickly hide in a bush. And
Okay,
wait for them to pass.
Go ahead and commit a caper. Roll sly.
It's a 7.
All right, that is a 7. So you jump into the bush, and you get stuck. You're out of sight, but you see a flamingo and a koala moving very slowly in your direction.
So I put my peepers to work at a 10.
All right, so all right, you wrote the rule set. How does this work? She was successful with consequence, but you're successful in saying. So how does that work?
You know what? Usually it's not player versus player, right? Because the GM doesn't roll any dice.
Right.
So as the zookeeper, it's your call, man.
All right, so I will rule the fact that you rolled higher initially. Sugar remains unseen, but as they struggle in the branches, the little bit of rustling draws your eye, your attention, and you're able to spot them.
Oh, Boomer, and I nudge him with my elbow.
Huh?
There's
What?
Sugar there.
Sugar honey, we're over here. As I kind of like,
I'm in the bush. I'm stuck.
Oh no, dear no. Hold on, I'm really good at climbing. I was like,
Well, it's a bush. It's not a tree.
oh, I don't know why I thought tree. My bad. That's really stupid of me. Damn.
Boomer, you grab
roll
one leg
required.
and I'll grab the other. We'll just pull Sugar out.
no roll required. You're able to extract the sugar glider without problem, without harm, and the three of you are together.
We're on our way to the enclosure for, the more of the desert type animals and whatnot, because we kind of feel like, we kind of feel that Jonas and Arthur might be there. We're hoping, at least.
Yeah, I don't see my apartment anywhere. So yeah, I guess that's where we'll go.
Yeah. Well,
This has been weird.
I know. This clothes doesn't look. It's not my color, but it's fine. I'll just work with it. Not what I would pick, but all right.
Within a few minutes, you're able to cross the remaining streets of the zoo. Everything is still eerily quiet. The usual hustle and bustle of the zoo's nightlife should be filling the zoo. You should be seeing the civilians walking about doing the things that they do on a nightly basis when the humans aren't around. You should see the businesses, open and trying to draw in clientele to earn peanuts and, live the life. Heck, there's even the missing elements of the mafioso life that even here in Primrose City Zoo has shared a backdrop. The only connection that you see between Furton City and Primrose City Zoo. But something about this just doesn't sit right. As you continue your way forward, a fennec fox and armadillo are walking in your direction. As the lot of you kind of take in each other's appearance, the night is pierced by a hooting call. And as you look up, white feathers seem to dance on the wind as a silver and white owl, perched high above the trees, looks down and speaks to you. You don't belong here. Your own memories lie to you and confuse the issues. If you do not get out before too long, you will be stuck, never to return from whence you came. The decision is yours. But if you do wish to break the curse and leave this place, you have to do what in your heart of hearts you know you shouldn't. And there's a pause, a beat, as if the owl turns to look at each of you, looks up to the moon, and then looks towards, in the distance, towards the main gates to Primrose City Zoo. That is the way out. But there's only one way to get through it, and the master has the key. The large silver eyes blink once, twice, and as your eyes are drawn towards this silver owl, it hoots one last time and just vanishes from sight.
Well, that's pretty unfortunate that he just disappeared, because he said we had to do whatever we knew we weren't supposed to do in order to go somewhere else, and I was going to throw a rock at him.
Well, we got to get we got to get the key from the master. And I don't know who that is, but perhaps if we ask around.
So I definitely felt like I was somebody else a little bit ago, and I definitely was thinking something about Robin being behind this.
And then you hear a wail, an absolutely heartbroken wail. Ah, amigos, my beautiful plumage, it's so drab. and Jonas falls over.
I'm gonna I'll waddle over with the stuff hanging from my chin like a beard still. Oh, it's all right. There. It'll be okay. You just need to calm down, and we can think about this rationally and talk it out.
Sit up and start just like clutching at your feathers because you're wearing them, and this is so wrong.
Oh Lord.
Hey! Don't get me wrong. A fight's great and all, but if we need to figure out how we're gonna get out of here, we probably should be fighting the person with the key.
This master, Jonas. You're a master at tracking people.
Well, right now I'm only a master at looking completely brown.
It's okay.
Not even a good brown. It's like a sandy brown.
It looks absolutely lovely on you.
It's not even mahogany or anything like that.
Well, just wait a few minutes. That might change.
Tell me what you need me to do and I will do my best to try. I'm not sure that I will function very well at it. I don't know how anyone functions at all not being beautiful, quite frankly, but...
What about you, Sugar? You know everybody. Do you know this master person?
No. And I'm who is who? Because I'm me.
I'm Dave.
Who's Dave?
Dave, you know, Dave! And he gestures to the beard that's a little more white now.
Well, I'm Bobby.
Have you guys hit your heads?
Always fabulous.
Probably. Or, you know, I might have dropped something in my drink.
I'm author. Tumbleweed.
Bobby, pleasure to meet you.
So, if we're in the zoo, and this is some trippy dream, we're probably in a zoo mafia game, which would lead me to believe that we need to find the Zookeeper, which, up until recently, I was convinced was Robin. Actually, Robin's not here. It might still be Robin.
What animal? Robin.
No,
Is
like
it a Robin?
Robin. Bobby, you know Robin.
Yeah, I know. They're great.
I don't know any Robins. I mean, they're probably somewhere around the zoo here somewheres. Maybe in the trees. Maybe they have a nest.
Oh, I knew a red-breasted robin once.
So, sugar is sugar.
Yeah?
The rest of us aren't us. So we need to figure out what's happening, or we need to find the Zookeeper. Or,
that makes sense.
We could also just go to where he said we go out and not use the key, because there's always another way in these games.
Well, wouldn't the Zookeeper have like a little house or office by the gate anyways?
Oh, he did say
Like,
the
most zoos have maps. Is there like a map that we can look at? Anybody see a map? Like a map board?
Oh, that's a good idea. Let's look for one of those.
Yeah, well, you do
And then
that.
we can
Hand me
find where
about
the
12
Zookeeper
dynamites.
So, somebody or anyone who wants to, go ahead and put your peepers to work.
Oh yeah. I'll do that.
Okay. Oh, dear Lord.
Would
I
you
have a
believe me?
10.
Would you believe me if I said, despite the fact that I have a 3, I rolled a 6?
Despite the fact I have a 3, I got a 2.
I've got an 8. Or no, a 7.
Also have an 8.
I have a 10
All right.
with my -1.
Okay, so 2 of you failed. So go ahead and take your XP. And as I described with Rosa, as you go to look for, this map and see what's going on, you kind of head in the direction you expect to find, and your attention is drawn upwards towards the moon, and it again kind of pulses, and you feel that throbbing in your head, and are completely and utterly stunned, stopping your looking, and are utterly transfixed by this moon. Those of you who have got success with consequences, you're able to find, the main, or not the main, but you find one of these stalls that has a particular zoo map of, where things should be laid out, and you can begin examining that. Sugar, you got a success, so you not only are able to help those find the maps, but you also are aware, finally, that there is not one but a group that seems to be watching the antics that your group seems to be up to. And they're just a little ways off, and it's clear that they are studying, watching intently, call it whatever you will, the actions that all of you are doing.
Are they animals or people?
They're animals.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of do like a not obvious point, like, and try to get everyone's attention, like, over there. We're being observed.
So who are you trying to slyly, let know about this?
Who's ever at the map with me?
All right. So who got success with consequence? Was that Dave and Robin?
Yes.
All right. So you guys get the subtle little nudge that you're being observed.
I will kind of try to nonchalantly look over that way and see who's observing us.
So as you look, they don't appear like they're trying to be stealthy and hidden, but they're also, far back enough that it's not blatantly obvious that they're there. But the fact that this is the only folks that you see moving around the zoo kind of gives you pause. But it is a group of 4. There appears to be a well-dressed jaguar, hat turned slightly to the side. There's a flying fox that is perched up in one of the low trees, a very fancy tie, coming from their neck. There's, sitting next to them, a sugar glider dressed in a large, violently yellow jacket. And standing next to the jaguar is a chimpanzee who's kind of like looking over at the jaguar and, like miming, beating his chest with his fist.
I kind of whisper to the rest of the group, I don't know, they look a little unsavory to me.
Yeah, I
Especially
don't like the fact of the jaguar.
I don't know, the chimp looks a little agitated. But maybe we can talk to them and have a conversation and work things out. And I begin hobbling in that direction.
I follow, and at one point, make a paltry attempt to climb onto Rosa's shoulder that is very quickly evident it's not going to work, and then I just sort of walk behind.
So as you approach the jaguar's, arm kind of twitches a little bit, which an aspect for you, Jonas, definitely seems to, shall we say, trigger some kind of latent memory within you. But it's, the jaguar doesn't immediately grab a weapon that you can clearly see strapped to, not only his hip, but, his back as well. The chimp calls out, that's close enough. The flying fox kind of looks down to the chimp, and without a word, the chimp kind of like settles back. They straighten their very glittery tie.
Well,
so you
now
think they're gonna be the ones to get out.
Well, now there, young fella. Don't mind an old geezer like me. There's no need for that rough stuff. Just want to have a conversation and talk. And yes, we do want to be the ones to get out. You wouldn't happen to know where Furton City is, would you?
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, that's unfortunate. It's a very nice place to live. I'm really missing my apartment building. And I bet Jonas's husband is worried sick.
And why do you think you're the ones that should be able to get out?
What do you mean? We just want to go back to where we came from. We just need to get the key from the master and then go back, through those gates over there. That's what the owl said. It shouldn't be a problem at all. I don't see why we can't all go talk to the master and get this key and walk out together. Seems perfectly reasonable to me.
Go ahead and start spitting. Ooh.
Okay. We've got doubles. And we got a 6 plus 0.
So 6 plus 0. Well, that means failure.
It
Take your
does.
XP.
I'm racking up the XP tonight.
But that was a 6 with doubles, you said, so that's a -1 forward.
Yeah. Doom
and so what we're gonna do here is you tell me, does the moon's pulse cause you to bend over and clutch your head and you take a point of damage, or do the words come out wrong, whether you add a layer of subtext that could be misinterpreted, or does the message get garbled and it becomes nonsense?
I think that the way I say it makes it sound like I'm trying to trick them.
Okay. So all of you, hear this, attempt at convincing, and all of you, look to the flamingo as it's clear in the tone of voice that, yeah, we all can go get the key. And it's clear that, sure, maybe only so many people can get out, but if we all work together, we'll betray you at the end and go, and get out and leave you to dust.
So, can we have a little huddle here, gents? And I'm gonna, gesture to the party and move over a little bit. And Jonas is affecting more femininity than usual. He's not usually particularly an effeminate man.
We'll go ahead and talk amongst yourselves. And you watch as this group kind of all huddles up as well. Somebody go ahead and put your peepers to work.
Y'all don't want me doing it.
I can try, but the dice have not been particularly kind.
We just pulsed again too, right? So we rolled again?
Not yet.
Okay.
I've been just kind of keeping track of the time. I double tumbleweeded. I'm at an 11 minus 1 is a 10.
You're good. So the group has, as they kind of commingle together to have a conversation, they do so where they've shifted their position so that if they were to, be moving in the direction of the path, you're no longer directly blocking them as you were before. So they've kind of moved from here up to the side. Like they're not surrounding you or they're not, flanking you, but if they do decide to make a run for it, they would not have to move through your group to do so.
Do they seem to be angling towards the gate?
They are angling towards where you guys picked up the map.
Okay. And when we looked at the map, did we see where the zookeeper would be?
You did see. There is not only an office, but there is a zookeeper's house that would be like, technically off the beaten trail, if you will.
Guys, I have an idea. Maybe I go talk to them and give them a map copy, and that kind of smooths things over. Does that sound good with everybody?
Yes.
Yeah, sounds about as good as anything else.
Perfectly reasonable.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm gonna grab a rock, and that looks like it has dirt on it, and circle where the zookeeper hut is.
Okay.
And walk over to their group.
Okay.
Excuse me.
So the sugar glider dressed in the yellow jacket kind of comes over and he's adjusts the jacket real quick and yes.
Okay, so my friend over there, he's obviously hit his head and he's a little older and doesn't quite, I don't know, I would call it a little bit of senile too. But because it looked even shady in my eyes, I have a proposition. We help each other and I give you the information that we found on the map.
So as you go to hand this over, yet again, the moon seems to shift just a little bit closer to the zoo. It fills your vision. It blurs. And again, you see something else. A golf cart driven by a frantic otter wearing a flat cap, his paws barely gripping the wheel. Next to him, a snake coils around the passenger seat, its head darting back to watch the chaos behind, while an owl clutches the dashboard, eyes wide and wings braced. Clinging to the top of the cart is a massive spider, legs spread wide for balance as the cart swerves wildly. Gunfire cracks through the air as two more golf carts full of screeching monkeys tear around the bend, brandishing Tommy guns and hooting war cries. The otter curses under his breath, floors it, and the cart lurches forward, bouncing over cracked pavement as bullets whiz past. Everybody roll a d6.
Oh, gosh dang it, buddy. That's what I need, a set of wheels.
Amigos!
You-
Carro de golf en camigo!
So literally, as you say, we need to. I'm like, stop. That looks fun, but no, it's dangerous. Okay.
All right, we need to get real serious about this because I very vividly remember being told that we were going to get stuck here unless we solved this problem, and I have a feeling I've got about 15 minutes to be sane and myself. So let's get moving.
Absolutely agree.
I've lost my cane.
Oh, well, I have this stick here that I really don't need. Here,
Appreciated.
That's the least of your worries. Amigo, look at me. I've lost my color.
We have 15 minutes. Do you not hear what they said?
Yeah, let's get a move on to the Zookeeper's place. Although it would be much faster if we had a ride. I should have went and talked to Joey. Let's. I guess we head towards the Zookeeper's house.
All right, so this group kind of takes the map and kind of begins shadowing you. There's a little bit of air of caution that they're putting out there. But you begin to move through the zoo.
Do we pass any snack carts?
Go ahead and put your peepers to work.
That is a 10.
So you do. You find some human snacks left behind, still sealed.
Perfect. I'm gonna eat them. Does anybody want a cookie?
I'll take a cookie. Maybe it'll turn me pink.
Yeah, you can't work on no carbs.
You got any with eucalyptus in it?
They look like sugar cookies.
Even better.
Or animal crackers.
He takes the pink ones and starts rubbing them on himself.
Specifically. So, yeah, is there any gorilla-shaped ones in there?
Yeah, there's like various. Yeah.
Cool. Monkey strong, yeah.
So let's hurry up and get to this place so we can blow it up.
Normally, I would agree with you, buddy. That'd be a great idea, but I think we need to find the Zookeeper because I think that's probably the master. I don't know. What do you think, Jonas?
I think finding the Zookeeper is a good idea. I think that if we're having to do something that we should never ever do, interacting with humans is probably going to be it.
Oh, really? I thought it was blow everything up. Arthur's always telling me I shouldn't do that.
True. This might be a case that we need to blow stuff up then.
Let's get the keys first, and then we can blow stuff up if we still have to.
Yeah.
Boomer's on my side, right, Boomer? Right, buddy?
Absolutely. Fire and dynamite is the way to go every time, especially if you have a fast getaway car.
No, I'm not talking about you, you beautiful bastard. I'm talking about this guy here.
Look, I mean, if it has to happen, at the very least, let it be the last thing, because, again, we do not want to draw enough attention than we are already going to on this.
So you trek across the zoo, and it almost seems as if your very footfalls are falling in time with this pulsing of this large moon. You swear every once in a while as you look up that it's getting closer, and it's kind of bringing up your anxiety. It's got you nervous. This owl said something about a timeline, but what could that mean? They weren't very specific, and they left before you could answer any questions. So you try not to focus on it. So you hasten your pace, trying to get to the Zookeeper's house. And as you do so, things begin to kind of bend and twist within your vision. You still see that you're in the zoo, but either things are getting bigger or you're getting smaller as the enclosures but as the enclosures kind of move out of your periphery. The house that's on the map winds up altering its shape, and it moves from the small, 2-room cottage that's on the map to a fully fledged castle with a drawbridge. And there above the door in arched lettering, it says Zookeeper.
That's different.
Well, I think this is the way.
So,
It's a nice
why are we in a
house.
zoo?
As I turn around and look at you, duh. Look at us.
Well, I don't know. What's a zoo?
Right.
A zoo is this place where, you keep animals in captivity.
You mean a
That's-
prison?
Prison?
I mean, yeah, it could be thought of that, but,
Oh my god, we could open all of the doors in the prison.
Like the other animals? They'd probably appreciate that.
Freedom!
They would probably appreciate that, and then we would have all kinds of cover to do whatever the hell we needed to do. As
I
long as
mean-
we know what we need to do. Do we know what we need to do?
We should probably find out who they're working with first before we let them out. I mean, Bunny Malone's people, sure. Al Capone's people, maybe. Machine Gun Otto's and Carlo Hambino, no way. They can rot.
But they might also just tear each other apart. After all, amigo, let the chaos reign, right?
Yeah, but Jonas and Arthur hate that.
That's
hold on, wait. I gotta make a bonobo roll. Yes, I like it. I like that idea.
But anyway, I guess we will have to go in and find out first. Wait a minute, I turn to the other group that's been following us. Who are you guys working for?
Who are we working for? We're working for ourselves. We went out just like you.
Nah, that's not what I mean. You gotta be working with one of the big four. Independents don't make it very long.
Four?
Yeah, the mob bosses.
Sure, there's mob bosses before.
Yeah. Carlo Hambino, Machine Gun Otto, Al Capone, and that sexy rabbit, Bunny. No. Yeah, Al Capone and that sexy rabbit, Bunny Malone.
Never heard of her.
Well, you're missing out.
Well-
She's on the rise.
Well, I think we're digressing from the real thing here. Will you like out?
We definitely want out.
Well, if you help us, we can get out together.
Well, I mean, you said we got to get the key from in there, and initially it was going to be, getting in, dealing with a human, and getting out. Now things look like they've changed a bit.
Whoa. What's a human?
A human? The people that
We're people.
use the zoo stuff?
I think they're a little loco in the cabeza.
So as you question this, your for as far as Dave's concerned, your fake memories are layered in your brain. You do have these memories, whether they're real or implanted, that you've spent time as a zoo animal, and you know what humans are, and it's here in the zoo it is strictly forbidden to interact with humans because it's bad not only for you but for everyone.
Are those the things that I had bad dreams about? They look like giant, hairless, and then I look at the chimpanzee apes. Grotesque. And there's little ones too. And they have sticky things on sticks, and they chew it and it's gummy, and they try and put it in your fur.
Yep, that's pretty
Terrible.
horrendous. That's why.
I'm just gonna go in the castle.
All right, there is a
They
closed
wouldn't hurt an old man.
drawbridge. How are you
Oh.
going to get it?
Is there a button anywhere?
Oh, I got this. I pick Sugar up and toss her into the air.
back.
There is a cry from the other sugar glide that's there. What the hell are you doing?
It's okay. She's fine. She can fly, sort of.
So can you too, amigo. You have my wings. Go.
What? And then I kind of like, as I kind of like toss her and he smacks me, I kind of jump up and do the chicken fly again. But at the same time, like stick out a leg so Sugar can kind of like hitch a ride.
So as you look around, there does not appear to be any windows or openings through the top.
Oh, but are there? So it's a castle,
A
though,
roof?
right?
Yeah.
So it's a castle with a drawbridge, like the big wooden door that comes down.
Amigo,
have any
use the
perimeters?
dinamite.
Oh, and I pull it out. So I guess I try and like look at it to see where chains might attach,
Mm-hmm.
and I will stick a stick of dynamite in either side, and like
Okay.
lay out the fuse, and then light it and try and open it up.
All right, so this is going to be either precision or sly, your pick.
Okay, I'm just gonna use my ability to open shit.
Okay, that works too.
All right. Let's see. That's a 3, 9. Do I have any? That's a 12. And do I have any forwards? No. So it's a 12.
All right. So you managed to wedge a couple sticks of dynamite into where you suspect the the chains would connect, and they wind up like slipping inside a little bit further than what you had planned, which winds up working in your favor as it triggers the mechanism to actually when it blows up to release the chains. They're not going to work properly hereafter because they've kind of exploded, but the the drawbridge comes slamming down into the hard-packed earth, and dust flies into the air as this 20-foot door hits solidly on the earth. Just as about the time you guys would be rolling a d6.
Yep. On it. Okay. So instantly Rosa's posture takes on a little bit more of a feminine stance. As he's on top of the wall, looking down, standing with Sugar next to him. Oh, how are we going to get down there now?
Well, did we fly up here?
Yeah.
I can fly.
Oh, that's good. Actually, looking down, I think I might be able to too. And I kind of just like jump off and like chicken fall down.
I'm gonna try to fly like a bird.
You're gonna try what?
I'm gonna try to fly like a bird.
It doesn't go well. Does anyone try to catch Sugar?
Since I'm right there, I will.
Okay, no need to roll. You can grab the sugar glider as they attempt to flap and not really accomplish what they're looking to do.
What are
Oh
they
dear,
doing?
that's not going to work for you very well.
You have to glide. It's in the name.
I guess
I'm so confused right now. Like explosions. I feel like I'm here, but I'm not here.
I mean,
Oh, hey, maybe she didn't get the memo. Here, maybe this will help, and I'll hand Sugar a stick of dynamite. I don't know what I'm going to do with it anyway. This would be easier if I had a purse or something. Maybe
Oh.
like a Louis Vuitton. I don't know.
All right, that means you've got 2 left.
where is my purse? Also, like, whiskers I get, but this is a lot.
Well, I guess we can figure it out along the way.
I guess.
So the other group begins to tentatively approach the doors.
I'm gonna start looking to see if any of the doors are locked.
Well, there's one door in that Rosa just opened. No one has stepped inside yet.
Oh, I'll go inside
I'll go with them.
Proceeding.
with
What
my.
we see?
So the huge stone walls, look fairly massive as you approach. This is the doorway itself is a little intimidating. As you step into the castle, it is filled with all manner of things that don't look right here in what would be the 1920s. The decor looks far more medieval, more deep, rich woods, elegant tapestries, thick rugs lining all of the walls. As you step in, apparently the explosion has drawn a figure's attention. There is a man in deep robes with a black cloak, long beard, and a metallic key wrapped in a necklace. As he sees all of you come in, he gives you a grin as he quickly darts through a door, closing it, and you hear it as he clearly, has locked the door beyond. As the door clicks and you step through into the room, go ahead and put your peepers to work.
I got a 9 minus 1. 8.
Okay?
7.
Okay?
I'm counting down.
6.
10.
Yeah, good.
All right. So, Jonas, or
8, 9,
whoever
10.
you are at the moment, Robin. What did you have, Boomer?
10.
10. All right. So, Boomer and Jonas, or whoever you are at the moment, you are not caught off guard as the rug and a couple of the chairs begin to move. Sugar and Arthur, you take a single point of damage as these things begin to bite. Rosa, you are completely caught off guard as you are knocked to your feet and you take 2 points of damage as the rug is now chewing on your leg.
I guess I scream like a girl. Get it off of me!
Arthur also squeaks and, like, in a very high-pitched way, and then is like, "Oh, that didn't hurt."
This isn't the GTA mod I was expecting.
My friend, your beautiful feathers. No, we gotta protect them immediately. As I whip out what I think is a dynamite stick, but no, it is instead a Molotov cocktail. And I say, "Good enough!" And I yuck it at the robe, chuck it at the robe, the rug that's chewing up my buddy in their fantastic feathers.
Okay. Bring the heat.
Alrighty, I will wear this for this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right, so you managed to cause a nice explosion. You can either, because you've got a success with consequence, you can be pulled off your feet as it recoils, giving you a -1 forward on your next attack, or it can have launched an attack biting your leg. What do you want?
I think the -1 forward makes the most sense, considering like.
Okay.
Whoa! Ah!
So you are flat on your back, having done some damage to this rug that's trying to chew up the flamingo.
As I lay flat there, I'm all like, "What are these?" Like, almost like it was the instinctive hands. What the hell? Oh, I'm a monster.
Who else wants to do something?
I'll throw the stick of dynamite at it.
All right, at the rogue or one of the chairs?
Are the chairs alive too?
Yes.
Oh.
In case it's not clear, you're fighting mimics.
Oh!
Oh, okay. I'll throw it at the rug.
Okay.
So 10.
Okay.
1, 11.
All right, so 11. That is more than enough damage. After a stick of dynamite and a Molotov cocktail, the rug mimic is clearly singed beyond repair, and it begins to leak a pinky purple ooze all over the feet and back of whoever is on the rug.
I will draw a revolver and shoot at one of the chairs.
Okay. Bring the heat.
Okay, that is going to be a 8 with doubles.
8 with doubles. So that's success with consequence. You're going to take a -1 forward and give a +1 forward.
I will give it to Sugar.
Okay. So the shrapnel kind of goes all over the place, and as it yells out and cries, it from the impact of the gun, it winds up making a weird sound as it basically fires one of its teeth in your direction, and you take a point of damage as this bizarre wooden bony tooth is impaled into your shoulder.
Ow.
Anybody else want to do something?
Can I run in and just tear Rosa out from the jaws of the mimic?
It's dead.
Oh, it's dead? Okay.
The rug mimic is dead, but there's 2 chairs.
So then Arthur is going to uncharacteristically climb to a slightly higher place and then shout, "I still feel like a sugar glider!" and jump and do a wrestler move, body slamming one of the mimics.
I yell out, "Be careful! They spit, but don't swallow."
Uh,
All right, go ahead and give me a bop.
Okay, so that is a 7 plus 3 is 10.
All right, so that's going to be a success. So that's 2 points of damage for you.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So you managed to break the chair a little bit more, but I mean this isn't some flimsy chair made in a factory by people who don't know what they're doing. This is a good hard oaken chair. It's taken some damage, but it's still up and it's still kicking.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Take another shot at it if no one else is going to do something.
well,
Oh,
big
I
bonus.
I can do a stab. For the sake of the upholstery. Hold on, I have to math because I'm using actual D12s. Oh, 8.
All right. So, with an 8, I'll give you the same choice. You can take a -1 forward, or you can take a point of damage as this thing attempts to lash out at you.
No, I'll take a point of damage. Health points are a resource. Let's go.
All right. So the tongue reaches much farther than what should be possible as this chair lashes out at your leg, and it seems to grow teeth on its tongue, and it tries to grab your leg and pull you in, but you manage to duck out of the way or move your leg quickly enough, but it does scratch at you for a point of damage.
I will
And so everybody has gone. The other group, they begin pulling out their own guns, and they take fire at the chairs, kind of skirting the room to try and not put you guys through the line of fire, and they do manage to do some damage. And as the gunshot rings out, you don't see the moon at the moment, but almost as if your eyes are drawn, a window appears, and you can see filling the entire area of this window is this glowing red light. And as your eyes draw to it, it blurs and your eyes water, and instead of the room, your vision snaps to a rickety train chugging across a narrow bridge spanning a deep ravine, the sunlight glinting off the rusted tracks. Suddenly, a deafening explosion rocks the bridge, and the trailing cars shudder before the tipping sideways, metal screeching as they plummet into the chasm below. Standing at the edge of the last car, still on the tracks, a hulking gorilla squeezed into a pinstripe suit, at least 2 sizes too small, one massive hand gripping the freshly pulled pin that separated the cars from the doomed ones behind. He glances back in grim satisfaction on his face as the cars crash into the ravine, then adjusts his crooked fedora and ducks inside. Roll a d6.
You know what? If it goes, I can drive it. I'm gonna hop on one of the chairs.
I think this is going to be a bop.
Yeah, I think so too.
Was that roll a d6 for all of us?
Yeah. Oh! This is good. This is good. I need a good.
I don't know how I'm gonna do this one.
Okay. Well, that's doubles with a boss. And I've got, well, I don't got that -1 no more. But I got a 10 with the neutral boss showing.
All right, so neutral boss. That's everyone is going to get a +1 forward. So you manage to, do a point of damage to this chair as you're now riding on top of it. It's toothy maw trying to like reach up and bite your leg, and it's a little unsettling as the fact that this thing's mouth seems to be moving along the side of the chair trying to get to you. It's not just stuck in front, it's literally sliding around.
Easy there, buddy.
It's a bit creepy.
Easy there, buddy. I'm in control of this ride.
So I don't know how to do this one, so I'll just do my best. So let me get this straight. You're riding while a bunch of mouth things are happening. Okay, great. Nothing weird at all. Alright. And how about this? Here's something spicy for your mouth. As I yuck another Molotov.
Okay. Are you going to throw it to the one that is not being ridden by the flamingo?
There's so many jokes there, man. And that's pun worthy. And you know what? Because of who I rode, we're going with the puns.
So which one are you throwing it at? The one the flamingo is riding or the other one?
The flamingo riding.
I want to
Okay.
try and grab its mouth and hold it open and try and like guide the mimic's mouth towards the Molotov cocktail.
Okay, I'm just letting you know Molotov cocktails are an area
Flash.
thing. You're going to damage the flamingo.
It has splash.
I know, that's why I'm trying to get it inside the mouth.
All right. What's your precision there roll there?
So I guess I'm
Not bad.
I'm
Six,
just
seven,
doing a
eight,
breaking it
9,
up.
10, 11, 12. So I rolled a 12. 6 and 3 and another 3 because awareness.
Yep. All right. So is that a 6 or a boss?
Well, it's a boss. Now that I'm looking at it,
Which boss?
good guy boss.
The good guy boss? All right. With the good guy boss, you're going to get a marker. It's a crit. So the fact that you crit,
We're burning that baby. Let's
Hey,
up that damage.
I'm gonna say that I'll be kind and not carry the crit damage over to your ally.
So Zookeeper,
Okay.
I got a 12 to try and guide the mimic's mouth towards the Molotov cocktail.
Okay, well you technically already acted this round.
But that it doesn't work that way.
Well, you've done something without everybody else having a chance. So I'm allowing his crit roll to
Alright.
lessen the damage on you. I gave him the choice, and he wanted to do it. So
Could I burn so I'm maxed out at markers when I gained one. Can I burn that marker to make it be like, okay, well, since this floating marker is gonna flow off to the aether anyway.
It's gonna float off to the ether. If you increase the damage here, all you're gonna do is increase the damage to Rosa.
I would like to burn that marker instead to make sure Rosa doesn't get hurt. This is gonna float off anyway.
That's not gonna happen. You made the choice to do an area
Carlos,
effect attack.
do the more damage.
You're right. All right, more damage.
All right, I'll burn a marker to not take any damage.
Okay. So the chair goes down. Describe to me how you managed to dance out of this explosion.
I hold the mimic's mouth open so it lands inside it like he's shooting a free throw, and then I stomp on its mouth to close it.
All right, give me a moxie roll to see how well you stick the landing as this thing literally explodes from directly underneath of you.
Okay, can I use the roll that I had just rolled?
Sure.
That's a 12. Oh, Moxie, it's even higher.
So you do a flip in the air, flutter out your wings, and slowly come down to the ground. Nary a care in the world.
So as you come flying down with the explosion, I'll be like, yeah, that's hot pink right there.
Well, buddy, they don't call me Boomer for nothing.
All right. Anybody else looking to do anything? There's one chair looking to attack and bite the rest of you.
I would like to carefully line up a shot, lay on the ground, and with my revolver on the other chair.
Okay. Bring the heat.
10.
All right. You managed to get a glancing shot across the the back of this chair. It's taken some damage, but it is still alive and kicking.
Good lord, I can't
Jonas,
believe we're
or
actually fighting
Tumbleweed?
furniture at this point. All right. And he will mimic what Rosa/Boomer did and say, "Hey, somebody, load it up!"
What are you
So you're
holding
gonna try
up?
and move her and grapple it.
Yeah, I'm basically trying to force its mouth open so I can then shut it when somebody throws like a Molotov cocktail or something into it.
Sounds good.
So.
And what does Jonas do?
Can I yoink a Molotov cocktail from our companion over here and throw it into the mouth?
Do you have any left there, Carlos?
So I start off with 3, right?
Is it 3 or 5, Dave?
Up to you, man. You're zookeeping.
I thought dynamite and Molotov cocktails were 5.
If
You have 5? Or still had 5?
Yeah, if it's 5, I only use 2. So yeah, here you go.
12. Natural 12.
Nice.
Natural.
All right, so
That's doubles then, isn't it?
Yes.
so is that neutral and ally boss?
Yes.
All right, so that's going to be a critical. So it's going to do Molotov cocktail damage plus critical. You're going to get a marker back. Everyone's going to get a +1 forward. And we're gonna rinse and repeat here. So why don't you give me a moxie roll there? What do you call it? Tumbleweed, and see
All right.
how well you can get out of the way of danger.
Okay. 9.
All right, so you will take 2 points of damage
1
from this
point
explosion.
of damage.
After your soak.
Oh, after my soak.
It would have been 3
Oh dear.
because it was a Molotov cocktail with a crit. So.
Worth it.
Now, as this one explodes, pieces of wood shrapnel go flying all over the place. And the room is quiet once more.
The room's so nice they had to do it twice.
So someone should open this door.
Probably someone good with lockpicks, or maybe making sure there is no door, or whatnot.
Well, I don't know about being good with lockpicks, but for whatever reason, someone has left them in my trousers.
Well,
So
there you
I
go.
guess I can see if I can open it. That is a 13. 14.
All right. Without a problem, it seemed to be a complex lock, but for you it was no problem to and
It's just
It's
like putting
open.
the keys in ignition.
It's open and no problem in just the blink of an eye. And even though it seemed like you were, fighting and riding around on these chairs and what have you, for a bit of time, you can hear the footfalls, down a long hallway. As you look down this hallway, you can still see, rich tapestries and intricate markings that don't make a whole lot of sense to the lot of you. What do you do?
I say explicitly, this does not make a whole lot of sense to me at all whatsoever.
Hey, you dress wearing beardy varmint, you get back here, you hear?
Did you say we see him running down the hall, or we just see the hall?
You hear the footfalls, but you don't see him.
Okay.
But it is a very long hallway, and it goes off into the darkness.
Is it
Okay.
on an incline?
What was that?
Is it on an incline?
It does appear that way, yes.
Okay, on a downward
I-
incline?
Oh no.
You would be going up.
Oh, darn. I was going to try to roll after him.
Sorry.
I think we should proceed with caution. Everything here does not seem as it is.
Did the drawbridge fall down at the other place? Like in the entryway. The drawbridge fell,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah,
there's now
yeah.
a bridge into this place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boomer, whichever one of y'all's Boomer, come with me for a second. And I'm
water
gonna
over.
hobble back out and try to find one of those golf carts so we can drive it in.
The golf cart is not going to fit into the hallway. Like, it fit into the first room, but it wouldn't fit
Oh.
into...
Darn.
It was a
I had
normal
an-
sized doorway.
I had a different
Sorry.
impression of the doorway sizes. Okay, never mind then. Well, let's get 'em moving. Where's my cane?
All right, so the lot of you begin making your way down this hallway, and after you guys go about 20 feet, the things on the ground begin to light up, and you watch as large geometric shapes begin tumbling down the hallway in your directions. Yes, you're being attacked by dice. I want all of you to go ahead and make a moxie roll. Get out of a jam.
Oh dear. So I definitely did great. I got the ally and enemy bosses.
10, 11. 12 because of the +1.
9.
10.
And I got a
7.
5 on the other one too. So that's 11 plus 1, so 12.
All right.
My grand total is
So
also
you have
12.
the ally and the enemy.
Yeah.
All right. So that's a success. You get a marker, but you also get a -1 forward.
Okay. I
Uh,
can live with
Does
that.
anybody fail?
Hey,
Success with consequences.
All right. So nobody failed. Good. So those of you who got success with consequence, you managed to get yourself up against the wall, and these things that are larger than you as they are tumbling down the hall at you. You guys take 1 point of damage, but your pace is not slowed. Two of the people that are following you, the larger of the two, the jaguar and the chimp, get knocked aside, while the fennec fox and the sugar glider kind of turn and look in their direction as they kind of jump up and kind of fly over the these large objects. Do you turn back to your companions, or do you continue on after the zookeeper?
We can come back for them. We got to get to the Zookeeper.
Yeah.
I will. You said there's tapestries along the walls.
Yeah.
After that happens, I am going to try and scurry up the tapestry and
Okay.
kind of like climb along the wall.
You know, flamingos don't climb, right?
No, but sugar gliders do.
Oh,
You're finding it very difficult to gain purchase with your pink feathery wings.
Yeah. So, well, I do have talent. I have clawed feet at any rate.
Sure.
So
You could get up, but you can't get
yeah.
forward.
So when we go forward, doesn't actually look. I'll just kind of push off and then glide,
All right.
and then I'll keep doing that.
So you wend through a variety of, these richly decorated hallways before finally, getting towards a room. Without much effort, you manage to get the last door open, and seated at a very rich table with 10 chairs, each with a drink, lying in front, sits this weirdly dressed zookeeper, the key no longer around his neck, but placed on the table in front of him. Well, you've made it this far, and I guess the time has come to say goodbye. Tell me why you don't wish to stay.
I have someone to get home to.
I have several someones to get home to.
Yeah, I have someone to get home to as well.
Now, wherever life takes you, there's always interesting memories and interesting happenings. He takes the key off the necklace and tosses it in your general direction. As you make your way out of the castle, everything seems to kind of begin shrinking behind you. It's almost as if you're walking down the hallway and making no progress, as it seems to be almost shrinking and disappearing behind you. Do you collect the other party, or do you try to bypass them?
I'm a people person.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to try and grab them, add them to my network, and we said we would help them out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no man
definitely.
left behind.
As you step out of the castle, within 10 feet of stepping off the drawbridge door, it vanishes, and once again, a simple, 2-bedroom cottage lies behind you. You make your way to the gate. The red moon now seems to be filling your vision as you walk away. You come up to the gate. Who's got the key?
I thought you got the key.
I probably would have taken it because I was Jonas. So
Okay. So as Sugar/Jonas heads towards the gate, there's no keyhole that initially is there. This strange runic emblazoned key of a cold metal, almost as if it's radiating cold, as if it just kind of came out of the freezer. As you approach the gate with it, a keyhole appears, and instinctually you seem to know how to turn. And it's not just, turn it to the left and it starts like a car. You turn it to the left, you turn it to the right, you turn it back to the middle, and you push in. and the gate swings open with a low, resonant groan. The red moonlight pours through the liquid fire, washing over you and your crew. All 9 of you. The air shimmers thick with energy, and a howl of wind rips through the zoo, carrying with it the faint echo of animal cries and the grinding of metal on stone. The ground trembles, and the world bends inward, collapsing in on itself like water down a drain. Your senses blur, fur and claws melting back into hands and feet, instincts and hunger fading into the edge of memory. Your head spins as a reality snaps back like a taut rubber band, and suddenly you're sprawled on a worn-out couch in a cramped, familiar apartment. It takes a moment to realize where you are. Arthur's place. The stale scent of cigarettes mixing with the faint hum of traffic outside. The blinds are drawn tight, a thin beam of streetlight cutting across the floor. Someone's old coat is draped over your legs, and half-finished game of cards sits abandoned on the coffee table. You glance around to see the others stirring, groaning as if waking from the world's worst hangover. And just like that, the memories of Furton City snap into place, sharp, clear, and almost too normal after everything you just went through. The feeling of padded paws and caged bars lingers just behind your thoughts, but you're back. Back to business, back to being yourselves. The nightmare is over, for now.
Damn,
And
Rosa,
that is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Woo!
So,
Ooh, thank you, Ted, for the April
all
Fools.
for watching and joining in this delightful April Fool's prank. As our players decided, we wanted to do something a little bit different. So we took a little extra jaunt and tied in here. I'm certain those of you who have been around the block with Zoo Mafia saw some sprinkling in of things from previous games and some things from games that have never been online. So I thought this was a little delightful little adventure to run, and I put a little bit of dash of D&D in there just because I thought it would be fun. So again, check out the links in the description below. Thanks for watching. Thank all of you for playing, and until next time.
Stay
Stay nerdy. And thank you for running, Ted.